We're back! Hello, hello. It feels like only a couple days ago I filmed the outro for the last video, which I'll put there, where we finally got the room in a state where we could start moving stuff in. We painted all the walls, I put in skirting boards, and as you can see here, there's a little sneak peek of what we're doing today. We're going to be wall mounting these. I want to get my desk in, I want to get my chair in. I want to, by the end of this video, be sat in here playing games. Finally! So we're all set up. I've moved you a little bit over this side so you can actually see the wall. My mate Andy, who has literally just left the room,
Hello.
He's going to help me out. What we're going to do, because we've marked up, I don't know if you can see, let me move you and show you. Whoa, careful. I've marked on the wall here, right, where the desk is. But whenever, and Andy's just done it when he's come in, whenever we look at it, we think, there's no way the desk is that low. Is it a desk for ants? I don't know. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go upstairs, we're going to build the desk, which wasn't really on the plan for today. We're going to build the desk, we're going to put it in, and then from there, I'm going to sit at the desk, and I've got this template. I've even labeled it. Look, it says top. And Andy's basically going to move this up and down the wall so we can figure out how high the monitor needs to be. We can drill into the wall and go from there. But that might actually do it.
You're doing everyone? Yeah.
Do we need to do everyone?
And then say that'll go nowhere.
That is going nowhere.
We need to do the under 18 version. Turn the camera again and say that's going nowhere. We want to appeal to a wider audience, and obviously teenagers don't swear. So try again.
I don't want it. I want to swear. Fine, fine. I'll even do the thing. Look.
Pretend you're doing the drill.
Pretend we're doing the drill.
Then turn the camera and say that's going nowhere.
Wait, I'll do this. That is going nowhere. Right, it's actually going nowhere.
That is actually going nowhere. I mean, it's alright.
Andy.
Yeah. Do you like it or do you live it?
Mate. Oh my god. I can't, with my arms as wide as they are, I can't even touch the edges of the screens. Jesus wept. Hello. Time has passed. Basically, yesterday I spent 5 hours, 6 hours pulling cables through. I'll show you what I did in a minute. And all of the footage, all of it, gone. Completely corrupted. So it's heartbreaking because it's one of the things that was really exciting and I was enjoying it, and I'll show you what I did in a sec. Long story short, the footage is gone. We can't do anything about that. We're just going to need to crack on. So let me just take you through what we've done. The monitors are completely wall mounted. If you have a look here, you can see I've pulled cables through the walls. I've wall mounted the camera. I've wall mounted bits for lighting. Down here we've got more cables being pulled through the wall. And on the other side of the wall, you can see I have my PlayStation, my Xbox, my gaming PC, my streaming PC. All the cables that are pulled through the wall go through this piping. There's another one down there for below. Ignore my motorbike. Below the desk, we've got some network switching and stuff there, which I'll need to deal with. It's been rough because it was a lot of work, but there's one more thing we need to do, and it's in here. Follow me. So back in here, what we need to do is start making this look a bit more like a stream room. You can see I've got my streamer shelves in. We're going to put lighting in each one of these boxes. Each one of these boxes is going to have its own little RGB light. We're going to put some nanoleaf up this wall. We're going to put sound treatment in front of where I'll be speaking. on this wall as well. It's going to be pretty exciting, and Jesus, please let this footage not get corrupted. Do you ever just look at your to-do list, and even though everything on it is completely doable and wouldn't take that much time or even mental effort, the sheer fact that you've got a really, really, really long list, just like, you get paralysis. You just stare at it and stare at it and stare at it, and the longer you look at it, the more it overwhelms you, and I just walk off and go on my phone, go on Twitter, go on social media, make a coffee, whatever, and I just can't, right? And I just haven't been able to. I've just come in here with the camera, turned the lights on, and just stared at the camera and done nothing. The main thing for me when getting through this is trying to figure out a running order. What do I need to do first? Where are my blockers? Can I do this? No, why not? Because this is in the way. Okay, well, what's in the way of that? This. What's in the way of that? This. What's in the way of that? And when I find something that has no blockers, right? When I find something that, like, okay, this is clearly the first thing, let's do that. So, in that vein, the first thing we're doing today is dealing with the desk. The main problem is, if you look around the room, the colorway is sort of whites and greys and whatever, and ignoring the monitors because they're going to be colored all the time and there's going to be lights above and RGB, this sort of black desktop is really stark. It sticks out. So what I've done is I've got, from Vinyl Warehouse, I've got a white carbon fiber effect vinyl. First thing we need to do is the desk. One of the things people have asked me when I've been saying, oh, this is what I'm going to do. First thing, they're like, how are you turning your PC on? And the answer is with this. This is something called a Flic Switch. I'll put a link in the description. And if you are old enough to remember the Echo dash buttons, that's basically, it's the same technology, right? There's a wired hub, a LAN hub on the other side that links in, that links into the internet. This then, I've got vinyl stuck to me all over the place. This then communicates with that, and you can basically link it into any Alexa routine. And it has click, double click, and hold. So I've got this button set up for a single click, just turns on the gaming PC. Double click, turns on both PCs. Hold, turns them off. And the other thing is like memory cards, USB. How am I controlling things? I've got these, which will fit in the holes for cable management. They've got pass-through, they've got microphone, headphone, 3 USB 3s, and SD card readers. And they'll charge as well. And these will literally just go into there. Desk. Done. What's next? Well, we've got all the cables for the hubs on the floor. They need to go through the wall. We've got, let's see if I can show you. Stream Deck, power play for my mouse. By the way, Logitech, you're not going to see this because I'm only a small creator, but Logitech, you have mices that do power play. Brilliant. You have mouses that can go between wireless and Bluetooth. Brilliant. You have no mouses that do both of those things. So for me now, I have to run 2 mouses, I know I'm triggering someone with this, 2 mouses because I run 2 PCs. I have a keyboard that can go between wireless dongle and Bluetooth instantaneously. Brilliant. Why can't I get a mouse that does it, that also does power play? I want 1 mouse and 1 keyboard. Power play and the ability to push a button on the bottom of the mouse and like, okay, I'm doing Bluetooth now. So that I can just seamlessly transfer between gaming PC, streaming PC. Why can't I do that? Now you're in the garage. I've moved the motorbike out the way. You can see that I've started pulling the cables through. Now we just need to hook them all up, right? Okay, and now, ignore that. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Now it's just a case of taking each labeled wire and running it up to the back of the PC. I'll do that. You don't need to see that. I'll do that, and we'll meet in the studio and see if everything works. So it's the moment of truth. Some of the things, like my power play, have started to come on, which is encouraging. I've got my little power button here, so if I double click this, and then we wait, I need to turn this monitor on. I can hear, I've got Noctua industrial fans, and I can hear them ramping up. So things are happening, lights are coming on. Oh my god, it's working. It's working. Hang on. Is this working? Are we? That mouse is on. Oh my god, it's working. It's working. It's working. It's working. This is so cool. The hubs are powered. Can you see that? There. Look, there. The hubs are powered. It's all It's all working. It's all working. Let me shuttle this down, and then we'll move on to the next thing. I feel like a kid in a candy store. Okay, cool. Let's do this. We've got the desk refinished. We've got all of the peripherals in. I need to attach my mic, but that can be done last. I don't. It's just a clamp and an XLR cable runs to the not the Go XLR, the Wave XLR. That's all done. My camera's set up. That works. Monitors are set up. PCs are set up. What's next? Next, we need to set up the key lights, which will be the main lights that I'll use for streaming. And it'll mean I won't need to use this overhead light, which is quite harsh. It is RGB though, so I can make it go fancy colors. So the next thing, we need to get the key lights up. And once I've got the key lights up, I'll need to measure or figure out, because they have to be powered. And there's no wires. We don't do wires. I mean, look, right? There is one, I don't know if you can see, there's like one wire dangling. I've got these, which are effectively plumbing pipe clips that I'm going to attach to the underside and then run cables through. And then I've got these, which are like zip up neoprene tubes that I'll run around the cables that are under the desk, and it'll just tidy them up and cinch them, and then those will run inside the clips like that, and it'll just cinch them to the bottom of the desk. It will mean that the desk is effectively attached to the wall because the cables run through the wall, but it is what it is. That's just how it's going to be. So that's that done. We need to attach the lights to the wall, figure out where we're going to run the power cable through, drill that hole through the wall, run the power cable through from the other side, and then we can have those set up. After that, this wall here I think is going to be like the main nanoleaf wall. You'll be able to see it from the streaming camera, and then after that we can, this streamer shelf that you're sat on now, I've got some little downlights that'll go in there. I don't know how long this is going to take, a few hours at least. What are we on, 31% battery? Race against time. Look, I can turn them on individually, look. Turn on that one, and then I change channel. I turn on that one. I turn that one off. Change channel. Turn that one off. The lights are working! Lights are working. Tick. Let's do some RGB. Okay, so this is the right wall. You're basically below where the stream camera is going to be. I've got like 30 odd nanoleaf panels, and this is the main wall that you'll see. So I kind of want to fill this with some color. And maybe this back corner back here as well, behind the shelves. Let's start there. What do you think? Something like that? Last one of these. There. Then we need to add the control box, which I will put here. I have 15 more. Ta-da! What do you think? This line might be a bit long and a bit straight. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. You can move them around a little bit. I might get used to it. I might get to like it. You never know. You never know. I think we'll put the controller here. Nanoleaf. Check. Off the list. What's next? Next, I want to put the LEDs in the shelving. I'm going to have to move it away from the wall. I'm going to have to empty it. I'm going to have to stick all the lights in. I'm going to have to cable manage all the lights. It'll be a fun one. Right? Yeah. Okay. So the idea is for this, in each of these open boxes, I'm going to attach one of these in the ceiling, which are these really cool, I'll link them in the bio, really cool LED downlights. This housing is actually machined aluminium. It's metal, which is pretty awesome. And they attach to these hubs, which then attaches to a Wi-Fi RGB controller, which means I'll be able to control them from my phone, from my Stream Deck, and also from my Flic Switches. We're done. Look, I mean, look at it. let me give you a bit of a tour. We're done. I've got nanoleafs up. I've got sound panels up. I've got this is lit and it's all RGB and it's by face. I'm gonna mess around with these things in the app to make them look a bit more flowy. The nanoleafs are up. The lights are up. The sound. I did some A/B testing. So before. This is what it sounds like before the sound deadening. And after. And now this is what it sounds like. I know, right? I know. It's so good. The only thing that's left to do is put all my streaming stuff in here and game on there. I'm so excited. And that's it. The room is complete. 3 long months of really hard work, but we finally got to this amazing, amazing room. I cannot tell you how happy I am. I could not be happier. But just because the room is finished does not mean that the YouTube content stops. I will be uploading new content to YouTube fairly regularly. Game reviews, maybe some tech reviews, maybe some 3D printing and some maker stuff. and some really cool vlogs, I think, as well. Why not? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff. And I'll see you soon. Bye.